Good morning. Court orders Okinawa to build U.S. military runways. On September 4th, Japan's Supreme Court dismissed Okinawa's rejection of a plan to build U.S. Marine Corps runways on the island and ordered the prefecture to approve the plan. The decision came despite protests by locals who opposed the presence of American troops. The decision upheld a High Court decision in March. It will allow construction to restart at a time when Okinawa's military position is seen as increasingly important as tensions with China rise. Japan's central government began work in the Henoko area on the east coast of Okinawa's main island in 2018, aiming to allow the Marine Corps Futenma Air Station to be relocated from crowded neighborhood on the island. The government later found that about 70% of the site is on soft ground and submitted a revision to the original plan with more land improvement. The Okinawa prefectural government rejected the revision and stopped the work. The ground improvement plan requires tens of thousands of pillars and huge amounts of soil, which opponents say would damage the environment. Okinawa Governor Denny Tamaki has called for a significant reduction of the U.S. military presence in Okinawa, the closure of the future base, and an end to base construction in Henoko. Tamaki said the Okinawa government will carefully examine the Supreme Court decision to decide on the next step. The Japanese and the U.S. governments agreed to close the Futenma Air Station in 1996, but protests and lawsuits between Okinawa and Tokyo have delayed the plan for nearly 30 years. Many Okinawans want the base moved somewhere else, while Tokyo and Washington say relocation within Okinawa is the only solution. Okinawa accounts for only 0.6% of Japan's land, but is home to the majority of 50,000 American troops in the country. In recent years, the Japanese government has been increasing its own defenses in response to growing assertiveness from China and Okinawa's fear that they will be the first to be involved in any possible conflict. Discussion. What are your thoughts on Japan's Supreme Court's decision? Do you expect construction of the runways to go ahead? How do you feel about the fact that Japan has been increasing its defense? Do you think the tensions with China will escalate into conflict in the Pacific? What nations would you say pose the biggest threat to peace in your country? For the discussion, what are the most controversial political issue in your country currently? If you could change your government's stance on one issue, what would it be? What are the most unpopular decisions your government has made recently? Do you closely follow local politics and issues? What are the biggest issues facing your local government at the moment? This is a very big issue.